heritage. ABN, we bring the best. African, it's Africa. Broadcasting Network. Broadcasting Network. African Broadcasting Network. Oh, entertainment, education. African Broadcasting Network. Oh yeah. Oh, information, cultural values. African Broadcasting Network. ABN, celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Abntv Issuedex program. Hi, I'm Ifeoluwa Adesoya. In today's edition of Fact Findings, we are diving into a beautiful and wonderful topic, raising the generation to say no to corruption. Come along with me as we dig into the facts. Some stories may not break the news, but they carry messages that must never be ignored. So, let's take it back to the inspiring events. In commemoration of Children's Day, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, in partnership with the OSUN State Government, organized an anti-corruption drama and spoken word competition for secondary school students. The aim was to raise a new generation that boldly say no to corruption. The event creatively engaged students while educating them on the dangers of corruption. I was at the event and filed this report. The theme for the debate was Corruption, a Vice That Must Be Eradicated. In our special segment of Fact Findings, we take you to the field where stories are unfold. We bring you real voices, experiences, and insight. Fact Findings, the truth is in the field. Let's listen to the voice of the people. Your name, sir?
My name is Dr. Israel Akitunde Ogusumi.
How can government and schools work better together to build a culture of integrity?
Government and schools can work hands in hands to build a culture of integrity, among pupils, among our young children, in various ways. One of the ways is for government to set clear rules, in schools that we encourage our students, our pupils, to live with integrity and to inculcate integrity into their day-to-day activities. Number two is for government to reward honesty, among teachers, among teaching professionals, tutors in schools, for teachers that, are performing very well, the government should try as much as possible to encourage them by rewarding them with some certain incentives. Those are the ways I feel government can help to build honesty among children, build integrity among them.
How can parents and communities partner with education sector to reinforce these values?
Well, parents and educators can reinforce this value by living a role model lives. When as a parent you are lying, you are not, you are corrupt, and your children see it, they say action speaks louder than voice. If your children are seeing you as a trustworthy person, somebody that is straightforward, that doesn't do hanky-panky, they will emulate you. And in schools, parents can partner with schools by joining the school in organizing programs to promote integrity, to promote honesty, and then good values, moral values among our pupils.
If you had one message for Nigerian youth on corruption, what would it be?
One message for corruption, I will say no to corruption. Your future depends on it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Your name once again.
My name is Dr. Israel Akitunde Ogusumi.
Your name, ma'am?
I'm Mary.
Okay. How can government and schools work better together to build a culture of integrity?
Okay, by organizing programs and by teaching the school teaching their children about integrity and making sure that it is what they are being taught.
Okay. How can parents and communities partner with education sector to reinforce this value?
Okay, in the aspect of parents, they should lead by examples. What you teach your children, they should be able to see it in you. And the community too, by encouraging students and parents to teach their children the right way and be against corruption.
If you had one message for Nigerian youth on corruption, what would it be?
Corruption is bad, just stay away from it.
Thank you so much, ma.
You're welcome.
Your name once again.
My name is Mary.
Your name, ma. How can government and schools work better together to build a culture of integrity?
They can work together to build a culture of integrity by setting examples. Once the government and the school sectors are setting example for the children to follow, of course, there will be an integrity of value.
How can parents and communities partner with education sector to reinforce these values?
They can enforce this value by teaching the children what to do. For example, integrity, how to be responsible, what to do at the right time.
If you had one message for Nigerian youth on corruption, what would it be?
My message will be on the students of the tertiary institution not to cheat during their examination.
Oh, thank you, ma. Your name once again. Your name?
Borolake Stephanie.
From which school?
Seed of Exploit International Group of School.
What will you do if your friend asks you to cheat in an examination?
I will not cheat.
Why?
Because exam malpractice is not good and I have integrity. And integrity means doing the right thing when no one is watching.
Your name once again.
Borolake Stephanie.
What's your name?
Obi Derek.
From which school?
Seed of Exploit International Group of School.
What will you do if your friend asks you to cheat in an examination?
I won't cheat
Why?
because I have a bright future and I want to become a great leader.
Your name once again.
Obi Derek.
Listen to the voice of the people. It shows and it's so glaring that the voice is real, factual, and with world experience. Most especially the children. It shows that they have total and great determination of what they want to become in future. So joining me today, we have a special guest. But before I welcome the special guest, let's go to the adverts.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network (ABN) is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network (ABN) will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Eastern Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
So we have a special guest today, and She's a wonderful mother, a righteous woman. She's a caregiver, the managing director of Quantum Mod Child Care Center, Mrs. Modeniola Akinpelu. Thank you so much for joining us in today's Issue Desk program.
Thank you, Mrs. Ife.
And to our viewers watching us live and direct, to make contributions, share your opinions and views, kindly call on this number 080 62 90 1186. I call this number again 080 62 90 1186, or kindly drop a comment on our social media platform. I'll reply shortly after this program. So, Mrs. Modeniola,
yes,
let's go to the main business of the day.
Right.
Let's begin with, as a caregiver, why is it important to start the anti-corruption campaign from school?
Okay, thank you, our lovely viewers. As a caregiver, why I think it's good to start anti-corruption from school, or probably say from home, is because we say children are the future of tomorrow. And for us to have a better future, that means we have to train our children from now. And there is this thing they call them catch them young. So catching them young means you're training them, giving them the adequate training they so require. And where can we give them this kind of trainings? Is from home and from school, because those are the places they spend most of their hours at. The school and the most especially the home. You see me emphasizing on the home, because out there most parents think the responsibility of training a child is on the teachers or on the caregivers.
How?
But sorry to say, the children were given to each parent by God, not to the teachers, not to the caregivers, but to the parent. So how can I say it? The parents are like the first people God is expecting, or the responsibility should be on, to train their children. Okay, let's do it this way. The easiest way to train a child is if the child is being trained by their own immediate parent. If you do your survey, go to schools around, check out children that are quite brilliant and children that are doing very well in their classes, you will discover that not only that those children are brilliant, but because their parents took an extra time to take them at home in their studies. So that is because children learn by imitation. And what do I mean by imitation? They learn by what they see. And the most people they see are the parents. What we do as a parent, how we talk as a parent. That's why you will see in some children, they will say, this one is behaving like a mother, this one is behaving like a father. It's because they've been looking at their parents for a long time. And now they're not manifesting what they've been seeing, what they've been hearing. Because children don't just manifest things on what they hear. They manifest majorly on what they see. Then they not bring it together with what they are hearing. So if you are, as a parent, you're teaching your children 1 to 10 at home. So when they see their teacher doing the same thing, the picture comes to their head again. They'll be like, remember that, oh, mommy took me this, daddy took me this. So they become very, very excellent in their class. And you think, these children are exceptional. It's no magic. The responsibility is just majorly on the parent, then down to the school. And why should we teach our children anti-corruption? First, what is corruption? Corruption is doing things that are dishonest, doing things that are wrong against the law of the society. So why should we take our children on this? We should let them know this is right and this is wrong. Because, okay, we are in Nigeria. Nigeria law since you are not a police or you are not a soldier, it is wrong for you to kill. In Nigeria, it is wrong for you to lie. When you start inculcating that habit from when they were young, it's going to be quite hard for them to, derail from that path growing up. I think I've answered your question.
Yes, you got it right.
You.
So how early the children start showing signs of understanding what is right or what is wrong?
Like some people say, children start knowing things when they are 10, 15, but that's a big lie. That's a big lie, actually. Children know what is right and wrong right from infants. It's quite funny, right? But let's take us back. You name a child Kayode. You see that when a child is like 3 months, they start responding to that name. Why do you think they are responding to the name you named them? Because you've been mentioning that name over and over and over again. And you've been looking at them and calling that name. So when you call that name, they are already used to that name. Oh, this is my name. I'm Kayode. So a baby or children know what is right and wrong right from infants. They might not start, they do this, they just, record the things that they are saying. They record it, and when they get to when they now get to that age of manifestation, that's when they now start manifesting all the things that they've been seeing and they've been hearing. And you don't be surprised. A 3-year-old is lying. No, they did not just start from that 3-year-old. They've been, maybe due to fear or something. They've been hearing something. They've been perceiving something. They've been seeing something. So that's why from babies, try as much as possible to do what is right in front of them, because they are looking, they are watching, they are looking at us. Every of our actions, they are seeing it. You will not be surprised when they start manifesting it. They know what is wrong and what is right from their infant age. Thank you.
So what roles did the caregiver play in shaping a child's value? What are the roles as a caregiver?
Okay. For me, as a caregiver, my own mission is to help children to develop their God-given purpose. So I think as a caregiver, when you look at a child, you should not just see a child. When you're looking at a child, you should be seeing greatness. You should be seeing the future. So when a child is being brought to you, as a caregiver, as a teacher, don't just treat the child as a student. Treat the child as if you are training a president, a governor, a great leader of tomorrow, a great professional of tomorrow. So when a child is being brought to your care, the way you see a child is the way you will treat the child. They say the way you see people is the way you address them. If you see a maid, you will treat her like a maid. But that's the mistake. Most people don't see children as children. So when they are doing some things, they'll say, they are children, they can't see what I'm doing. They can't understand. Whereas, they are adding all of this to their experience, to their knowledge. And it's already shaping what they will become. So when you first see a child, see the child as a great leader, someone that will transform their world, and see yourself as a great privilege to be part of that part of that child's life, to be able to shape that child.
What if the child is not walking through that lane?
That's it.
How are you going to?
So this is it. And then I once had a scenario. They brought a child to me. They were complaining that this child does not do this, does not do that, does not. I was like, okay, I will see this myself. When I see this myself, I will be able to give my own judgment about the child. And fortunately for me, I met with the child and I saw that they did not just understand the language of this child. Children give a lot of signs. There's body language. There is, there are a lot of signs they give. So as a caregiver, please, if you see a sign, don't write that child off. Try other means. If this one is not working, try another one. If this one is not working, try another one. I can never call a child a dullard. If a child is dull, then it's the problem of the caregiver or the teacher. Because you've not just understood that child to understand how to get the child to understand what you are passing down to them. Sometimes you might be teaching them and it's a little bit congested in their head. It's complicated for them. It's so complicated that they cannot even understand what you are saying. You have to come down to their level. They are fast learners, they are slow learners, and they are the ones that they have to keep on reading and reading and reading before they get it. So don't be partial with any child. Treat every children equally. Treat them as the future of tomorrow.
But why is it that some teachers or caregivers, they always complain? Is it that they don't have passion for the job or...
Okay.
Because some teachers or caregivers, they do complain about a particular child. What's the advice you should give to them?
Okay, I'm not saying a caregiver can't complain about a child. When I started, I said parents are the ones with the sole responsibility of training their children. The caregivers and the teachers, they just do what? They assist in the training. So, as an assistant, if I notice something in a child, I can call the attention of the parent that, this child. But don't say a negative word about each child. When you want to say, this child is not catching up, don't say, this child is taking their time to catch up. So I feel maybe if you two can spend some time with this child on this same topic, I think this child will be able to catch up at the pace of our mate or his mate. Don't tell a parent this child does not know anything. That's a turn off on its own. Your job is to encourage parents because we are assistants. So what does assistant do? They help their principal to achieve what is needed to be achieved. And our principals are our parents. So we should assist a parent or we should assist our parents to do well with their child by making their children a good example of tomorrow.
You have really answered the question well.
Thank you so much.
So do you believe fighting corruption can truly begin from the school level?
For sure. Yes, it can. It can because they are quite young and it's very easy to inculcate good habits in them from now. Because children are just like seeds. It's what you plant that you will get from that seed. You can't plant an orange and expect a mango to come out of it. And when you are planting a seed, get this at the back of our mind that it's not the seed we are getting back. We are getting like an old tree from that seed that we planted. So imagine when you train a child from their infant, from their young age, what is right. Imagine what you are building. You're not just going to get back a seed. You're going to get back a full-grown tree with a lot of bunches of fruits. So I think if we can arrest this issue from the home, from the school, from the care center, it's a good one because we are already raising a great leader, honest leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
So, what advice would you give to children watching this program right now about standing against corruption?
Okay, what I'm going to tell you, our young leaders, is that keep doing what is right. Because what is right actually pays.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might look our society does not encourage you doing what is right. But don't stop. Keep being honest and keep doing what is right according to the law. And one good turn deserves another.
Another, exactly.
So when you keep doing what is right and when you keep being honest, get that sure. Good things will always come to you. Thank
So,
you.
a very big thank you to our special guest, Mrs. Modeniola Akinpelu, the Managing Director of Quantum Mode Child Care Center.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contributions, your time, efforts towards this important conversation. It's such a great privilege for us to have you on this platform.
Thank you.
So, viewers watching us at home, I hope you're able to gain one or two things from our insight, from our experience, our opinions. She's someone that walks around this lane, around this space, so she's more knowledgeable about it. Corruption doesn't just start from the top, it starts from the foundation, from little habits like cheating, lying, not being honest. Being honest in this life really counts, by practicing honesty. Teaching your children how to be honest, to be transparent, for charity begins from home. So we need to come together as one body to fight and eradicate this virus called corruption, to stop shifting it only to the government, but it starts from the foundations. It's also limited to what happened in our society. So let's come together as one body to fight and eradicate this corruption. So we need to empower these teachers, we need to involve the parents, we need to enlighten the youth so we can come together, shape them to become a great leader in Nigeria. And may Almighty God help us in Jesus' name. So we have come to the end of this program. But before we go, do you need a professional voice for your business adverts in terms of radio adverts, jingle, radio adverts, jingle, documentary? Kindly reach out to this number, 09059215017. I will call this number again, 09059215017. Let's make your brand stand out. So let's take a quick call.
All right.
Okay, so sorry, we're no longer picking any calls for now as we have come to the end of this program. For sponsorship, do you want to contribute to this program, or you want to sponsor us on this program? You love what we do, you want to make an impact on this program? Kindly reach out to this number, 09059215017, or email us at this mail, brownpearl25@gmail.com. So we have come to the end of this program. That is all what we have for today. And next week, we're diving into hot and trendy topics that will be on everyone's lips. To watch us live and direct, kindly like, share, and follow us on this program. On this social media platform, Facebook, Abntv Houston, TikTok, Abntv Nigeria, YouTube, Abntv Nigeria, and on Twitter, Abntv Nigeria. Stay informed, stay aware, stay awake. My name remains Ifeoluwa Adesoya. See you next week. Bye.
African Broadcasting Network. African Broadcasting Network. It's all about Africa. It's all about motherland. Celebrating rich cultural heritage.